Hey, Laurel, Crystal here. So can't wait to see you in the summer to do some boating and beverage drinking. Anyways, I'm going to hand you over to Christian, and he's a few things we want to chat with you about.
Yeah, so I'm going to move fast here, Laurel. Let me share my screen. I want to dive right into some proof here, and then I'm going to talk while you're getting a chance to look at this stuff here. Let's see. I think I'm going to start with this. What you're seeing. Let me describe this first, and then I'll add some more thoughts here. I'm going to zoom in, and this what you're looking at is a customer list from our friend Ed Bistoso. He's been referring customers for 26 years. And I like to show some of his data because the sample size is so significant and it's over such a long period of time. It allows us to see what customer behavior looks like on a big scale. So if you see these two columns over here, first one is number of customers, second one is months enrolled, and that's consecutive shopping months. That's what this means, okay? So what you're looking at is a list of Melaleuca shoppers. These people were casually referred, and the basic idea is switch stores. You shop at grocery stores for basics. Melaleuca specializes in the sorts of things that we all buy and run out of our whole life. So if the brand and the pricing and the value and the customer service is compelling enough, logically, thought process is customers might stick for a long, long time, shopping every month, thereby giving us passive, truly passive, long-term monthly income that is also able to be leveraged. So leveraged passive income, which I don't know of a better type of income. So here we go. This person here, Kathleen, has a total of one customer in her network, which means she's not really making any money, yet she's been here for 301 consecutive months. Here's Mary, no customers, been here over 300 months. If you want to dig deeper into data, we could have a whole session live, log in, got nothing to hide. You're welcome to look at anything you want to see. Bottom line is we have really compelling piles of data that show regular people all over the world deciding to try the brand and then loving the brand and engaging with the brand month after month, spending money month after month for decades. The company's full of it. So we can show that anytime. And that's kind of the base. Our assumption is you're something like we are. My personal history, I come from a long business background. I was just worn ragged. I made a lot of money, but I ran myself into the ground physically, mentally, emotionally. I just was completely exhausted. I wanted to simplify. I shut everything else I had going down. I sold my other businesses, shut down stuff. And the only thing I do now is Melaleuca. And for me, it's a simple daily quality of life move. I want to enjoy life, period. I don't need stuff. I don't need any fancy international businesses and employees. I don't need that anymore. I make plenty of money doing this. So let me show you a couple other things here. This is Melaleuca's revenue graph, just to give you a quick glance at how successful they've been over the decades. This is a sure bet. Now, they did a little over $2.5 billion this past year. I just don't have the updated revenue chart. It jumps up another nearly $400 million in growth again last year. Let me stop my share. I'm going to reposition my screen. Show you a couple other things here. Trying to move fast here, Crystal. Okay, I'm going to show you my income. I just want to, be an open book. Got nothing to hide. I'm not particularly proud of this number. I recently started working with Melaleuca. Been a shopper for over 10 years. Started referring friends 2 years ago. Totally under the radar. If you look me up online, you won't see any mention ever of Melaleuca or anything remotely like Melaleuca. I don't touch it. None of my friends know. And that's kind of the thought process Crystal and I have with you. What if you could do this totally under the radar and add $1 million a year to your income? You don't necessarily have to change anything you're doing. We would add a little bit in. It's very, very, very strategic though. I have a very strategic idea. It's the same idea I've used to get my personal income up to several $100,000 a month in the past. Net income. I've done this multiple times. I can show you exactly what I did and how I did it. And that's kind of the thought process. I did that without doing anything public. It was all private. So we can show you that. Now, I'm showing you this number because I want you to just have a couple frame of reference here. The company has paid me and my family about 240 grand. And if you were to ask, how many total customers do you have? How many total referrals do you have? I have about 50 personal referrals, people I know. I haven't done anything online, no marketing, no advertising. I haven't spent a penny on this. And my total network of shoppers, total participants, everybody, it's 806 as of right now. At the time of my last payday, it was about 710 or something like that. Okay, so there's some numbers for you. Now, here's a friend of mine, Jefferson Green. He showed up here 2 years ago, started referring friends 2 years ago. He's referred 150-ish personally, and he's been here 2 years. His earnings, $2.5 million. You see on the page here. And then last month's check, $221,000. These kind of checks are becoming routine for Jefferson. His most recent check, which he just got yesterday, is bigger than the one that he got last month. His total network, give you an idea of the scale that we have to do this at to do big numbers, less than 9,000 people total in his network. So I think that's all I had to show on that side. As far as the thought process and why would I shut everything down, close down, give away, sell successful businesses to focus on Melaleuca? They've been around 30 plus years. It's a consumer goods manufacturer that serves 19 countries. Toothpaste, laundry soap, basic stuff, not sexy. For most people, not even interesting. And that's why I like it. The stuff that none of us really think about, but that we buy constantly every month till we die. Get your foot in that door and we can have a quiet life, tons of income, super dependable. It's relentless income, behaves just like your bills. And we can prove that. I know it's huge. It's a huge claim. We've got mountains of documentation to prove this over many decades. So the appeal here is, Loral, you can do this. You can do it quietly without touching your brand at all. Don't make any noise unless you want to. Isn't the idea to simplify? Isn't the idea to have, 20, 30, 40K, 60K a month coming in the background and have people wonder, like, what happened to Loral? Where'd she get all her money? To me, that's ideal. So, Crystal, any closing comments?
I don't think so. No, I guess it's just about getting out of the rat race and passive income and enjoying more time with your husband.
It's about daily quality of life, right? I feel like for a lot of us that have been around the block and we've accomplished big things and made a name for ourselves, Laura, you make me look like, you put me to shame, my accomplishments. But I feel like I've lived something like how you've lived, high stress, tons of obligations, lots of moving parts, just endless responsibilities. My brain never got a break for years. I could not shut it down or slow it down. I had such a hard time unplugging and just enjoying myself. And now that I'm in kindergarten, because Melaleuca is so stupid easy, so easy and so lucrative, I don't have to worry about money. We do 15, 20 grand a month, which for me is plenty. I have a little family of 4, travel the world. We do whatever we want, whenever we want. I have no obligations to anybody, pretty much. I have a nice, simple life. And honestly, you could make what Crystal and I are doing, you could run circles around us. So hopefully that's an inspiration. Thanks, Crystal.
All right.
See you, Laurel. We'd love to meet up if you're game.